As an artist, I have a problem. 99% of the time I just draw characters, it's my favorite thing, and too often I avoid to draw backgrounds.
Backgrounds are my enemy.
Now I can pretty much draw characters from imagination, but the rare times that I do draw a background, I have to copy or take a lot of inspiration from references. Moreover, in these cases, I usually opt for an urban environment. With buildings, I almost never draw landscapes. And that's why today I decided to do a little landscape study on my sketchbook, to improve a little bit. This is the drawing I decided to study. It's done by a great artist called Andros that I discovered randomly on Instagram and who has a beautiful profile with a lot of landscape studies. He did them digitally, but I'll go with traditional inking because
it's my thing and I'm in love with digital.
Oh, and if you want to see the videos about the first 2 characters that I drew on the sketchbook, you can find them on my channel. Okay, enough talk, let's start drawing the sketch. Usually when I draw the sketch I don't do it very rough, but not super detailed either. I want to define the position and the shape of the main figures, and I also get an idea of the textures, but I don't add a lot of detail because I will do that later on directly with the ink. Finally, after about 45 minutes, the sketch is finished. And now comes my favorite part, inking. If you know me a little bit, you know that inking is my favorite and most time-consuming thing in the arts. Actually, I spent the whole last weekend, 10 hours, inking a drawing for an Instagram collab. You can see it on my Instagram profile if you don't want to wait for YouTube. Unfortunately, between university and work I struggle to keep up with the publishing and I always find myself late with editing. It takes me so much time. On the contrary, posting pictures on Instagram is much easier and faster, so if you follow me there you can see my drawings well in advance of YouTube. I already talked about my busy schedule in my previous video, so I won't get into it any further now. Coming back to the drawing, I must admit that I really enjoyed doing it, so much that I decided to do a similar one soon, again inspired by the same artist. I find these studies very useful because they allow you to broaden your horizons as an artist, throwing you out of your comfort zone. If you like what you see, please consider to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you won't miss the next videos. Also remember to drop a like. These little things help me a lot to grow on the platform. I have almost finished the foreground and now I need to move into the more distant figures in the background.
And now let's change pen.
For this part I decided to use a Japanese gray pen that allows me to change the stroke depending on the pressure. It has 2 tips and I used the one with the lighter gray to convey the sense of distance. As you can see, I also used it for shading the foreground.
And change pen again.
And yes, to draw the clouds I used another kind of pen, a gray fine liner this time. I also add some more details here and there with this gray fine liner and the black one. I do this to separate the shapes better and highlight some elements. Honestly, here I think that I have ruined the clouds a little bit by adding too many lines. They were better, simpler, but whatever, it's part of the game. Here I tried to use a dry brush pen to make the grass gray and highlight the path, but it was too dry and I changed strategy very soon. I took an old cheap brush that I don't use and I painted the brush with a black brush pen to have a similar result. I show you the effect that it gives on a white paper to give you an idea. It's hard to tell from the video, but with naked eye you can really see a difference in tone, even if small, between the grass and the path. And now the piece is finally finished and it's time for the
final result.
This is the final result. If you followed this far, thank you very much, I appreciate it a lot. Please tell me in the comments if you like this drawing and which one is your favorite from the Sketchbook series so far. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.
Goodbye!